Okay, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, mic check. How are we doing on this Sunday? Arvo. Just checking our audio, checking our streams, making sure we're okay. Twitch, kicking YouTube. Okay, not sure about the audio. Maybe we'll turn off voice isolation. Just do that. Have a listen. We're connected with the Mic Mini directly to the iPhone via Bluetooth. Usually the worst kind of sound you could get out of a mic. Okay, has it been turned off? I think it has. So, I think I'm going to switch, if I can, to using the receiver rather than using Bluetooth. Tell you what, I'm going to turn off the Mic Mini, therefore it'll switch to the internal mic. Audio should be better. A lot louder. This is the internal mic of the iPhone. Mic check, test, test, test. Hi everyone, how's it going? How you doing? I've got the receiver which I'm going to plug into the iPhone. button is now off. Should be better, but I think we're still using the built-in mic. See, Mic Mini is no longer flashing. It is a stable green colour. That's the receiver I mean. So it is connected to the iPhone, but the app hasn't detected that we're using, that we have a USB mic. There we go, yeah. What do I need to do? Oh, we did. We were testing Bluetooth, but the audio quality with a Mic Mini directly to an iPhone via Bluetooth is pretty bad for any mic. Yeah, so it didn't sound much better. I wanted to try it out though. Because what I like about that setup is we don't need a receiver plugged in. So it'd be great, just like when I have an action camera. I don't need a receiver for me to use the Mic Mini into the action camera. But maybe over time, if these companies like DJi, whoever, can work more with phone manufacturers, they can work out a thing, a standard or whatever, so that you can get really good audio quality with a Bluetooth mic. Or at least similar quality that you'd get with an action camera, DJi action camera, pocket camera with a mic. Let's see. So at the moment we're currently using the internal mic on the iPhone, that's why it sounds so windy. I'll try turning on voice isolation, see if that improves things. Turn off mute. So when I did that, it muted the mic. So I've unmuted the mic. It's still only showing for me built-in mic. Hello mic. Not the USB mic. I'll do a screen share. Still got a bit of a cough, so my apologies about that. It's one of those nagging coughs won't go away. I've tried everything. Fluids, cough, lollies, you name it, all things. Okay, so this is what I see in the mic settings. It says built-in mic, mute, voice isolation. be okay now. Oh yeah, previous play for me. Interesting. So when I plug this in, plug the receiver in, it mutes the audio, so I have to unmute it. Should we try that again? Okay, so this is what I'm looking at, mic. Mic is unmuted, no voice. This is the latest version that's on in the thing. I did check before I went live. I think I might try swiping out of the app and then come back. I'm hoping that we don't have a disconnect. Well, we do have a disconnect, but it holds our stream together and then it doesn't create a brand new stream when I reopen the app. I think when it comes to external things like this, it's a bit picky. It wants this connected first before you go live. So we started the stream without this connected. I've connected it. It didn't detect the receiver, and it's still not able to. Yeah, maybe could be a bug. So let's try it. Just going to turn off the screen share. So stop broadcast. I'm going to do a full swipe out and see what happens. Maybe I'll go flight mode. That's what I do it that way. Then swipe out. As long as your screen is sharing. I don't think I want to share my screen. So I think for the phone to detect that this is connected, I actually have to swipe out of the app. That's my theory. So maybe with the newer iPhones, 15 and up, they have USB-C. They do a better job at detecting external devices like this. Like I don't know. With the 11, it's still part of the Lightning devices, you know. Is there a TTS feature? Not yet. I don't know if that's on the roadmap or how far away they could be. So if you were after TTS, my current recommendation would be, if you've got a spare Android, use an app like StreamBuddy. It pairs really well with this. StreamBuddy, you can connect Twitch, Kick and YouTube if you have signed up to like a subscription thing. I think it's like $5 USD a month, so it's, it is affordable-ish. So I found that a really good pairing. Today I'm trying with just this app. So I am reading the chat off my screen, which is with an overlay called Botterix. Botterix gives me combined chat for Twitch, Kick and YouTube. I've set it to preview only, so only I can read it. Because I need the font to be quite large, and I know on my stream it'll be humongous. So the way that I'm doing things today, I need to have my eyes on the screen, read what's happening in the chat. But I've also turned off, what do they call it, the timeout feature. So with that overlay, you can have it so that messages disappear after 30 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever, for me, that those messages are just going to stay there. They're not going to turn off. I could show you perhaps. So let's I'll do a screen share again. I think with screen share you can see it. Just waiting for the preview. See what I'm looking at. Yeah, so that's what I can see. And then if we go to overlay, you'll see that I've got an overlay for Bodwick's chat. And tap and hold, edit, and then I could change it from view mode, preview, to preview and live, but I have got preview. Preview only. We are currently using the internal mic of the iPhone, but I do want to switch to using this. But I think I have to restart that for it to detect the mic. So I'll try plugging this in again. I think it'll mute the audio. I guess we'll find out. So maybe we'll screen share. Screen share is enabled. I'll go to what mix overlay audio. It is both, I think, for screen share and whatever I'm looking at. Okay, so receiver, oops. Mic. See that is currently not muted. Voice isolation is currently off. I'm going to turn it on because I think I muted the audio before. So let's see. Voice isolation is now off. Yeah, really. Okay. And we've got a built-in mic. And let's grab this. And I'm going to plug it in. We're back, okay. Plugging in the mic. Is there a way to check the phone temperature while using this app to compare with other apps to see which gets the app higher? You would need some kind of app that monitors temperatures. I don't think there would be anything like that for iPhone. Android, yeah, I reckon. Yeah, the app, Android would. But like I've got one that checks for battery usage. So I'm sure they could do one for temperature. I just need to restart. We need to restart there. So give me 1 second. I am going to switch my phone to flight mode, and then I'm going to swipe out of the app. I'm going to start streaming again. Hopefully the servers are just going to say that we are currently offline, but it's not going to actually stop the stream. So I don't want it to stop the stream. I think that should work, but we might have a two-part stream today. Okay, let's find out. I'm going to stop the screen share. Stop broadcast. Why don't I use mobile? Because I want to try this app out. I'm sure there are folks that are curious about this app. They want to know how it works, and that's part of what I do as an IRL streamer or a content creator that talks about IRL. Is I want to share with you guys all the options that are out there. So Mobin is one that I've been using for well over a year, 2 years maybe? Yeah, I've been using it for a while, so I'm a lot more familiar with this. This app I'm using today is new on the scene. So there's still some teething areas that we're going to work on, and because I'm such a tinkerer, I'm going to be able to help them in their way. So they might be, I'm sure they would have done their thorough tests, but then me doing things a little unconventionally, like with the switching of the mics, we'll be able to discover some of these other areas that they can find. Anyway, so I'm going to go over what I really like about this app, but let's fix our audio first, and I'm going to do that by restarting. So give me a minute, I won't be long. Okay, flight mode, swipe out, start, could be a part 2 stream, hopefully we just go to offline. It does, yeah. So I guess it just depends on what you're after. So if, like, there's a self-hosted setup which I cover. That's one version of things. There's this one which kind of sits in the middle, and then there's more premium services like IRL Toolkit and Streamable. So I'm going to be able to share with you all those different options now. So what I like about this, I suppose I'll tell you a little bit about now, is that you only need this app to go live. You don't need anything else. You don't need OBS. Your computer doesn't need to be on. It's very easy. Select the platforms you want to go live to. In this case, I've got Twitch, Kick, YouTube enabled. Press the live button. Also, it's really easy to set your title. So you can do that in the app. You can set the title, set the description, go live. You know? Now the way that I have to do with my self-hosted setup, I have to open up Restream. I have to set the title there if I want to have it different for every live stream. I have to open up let's say the Kick app. If I don't have Streamable open, I have to set a title there. There's all this stuff I have to do beforehand to go live. And sometimes I don't want to do that. I just want to go live. And that's what I feel the strength is of this app. Really easy go live. But let's sort out our audio, and that's where we're going to restart now. So work along. Yeah. So that's where I think the strength of this app is that you can just go live with it. You don't need to sign up to anything else. It's all built in. Bonding's built in. Multi-streaming is built in. Some of the hardest things to do for streaming, it's all in this app. To set those things up, pretty hard normally. I think some of the smaller things are actually where this app could improve. But the hardest stuff is there. It's all relative, I think. You know, do you just want to go live? Let's say you stream at home 99% of the time, and you're going to go on a trip for a month. under a month. You don't want to have your computer on for that entire time. You don't want to have to sign up to something that's like on the premium end. You could just use this. So there, this is what I'd say is like one tool in your kit, your IRL toolkit. You know? Yep. Not everyone wants to do that. Yeah, my setup, as nice as it looks, it's taken me years to work on it. People don't want to do that. Some people do. They see that I have photos that pop up on my stream and stuff, and they're like, oh Cliff, I want to work on it, I want to do something like that. And then they'll realise how much work I've put into it. And even then, it's still kind of buggy. Whereas, you know, if you just want to go live, something real simple, easy to do, then this is it. You know, this is an option. Okay, alright. So my friends, we're going to fix our audio. Won't be long, be right back. Hello. Alright, did that work? I think it worked. Reconnected, you are back live. Tap, 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 1, 2, 3. Marco, they're here. Here's our transmitter. Receiver plugged into, yeah, that worked. Okay, receiver plugged into the phone. Let me bring up our screen share. Screen share enabled. If we look at the mic, let's close that. Our mic, you'll now see that we have built-in audio, which is what we were using before, and we've got the USB audio. So that could be my older iPhone with a lightning port in it. I don't know if the new ones don't have this issue, and I don't think it's something that these guys need to fix, because eventually everyone's going to upgrade to a iPhone 15 and up at some point. I will. So I'm looking at getting a 17 or maybe next year's model. But yeah, we are sorted now. It just took doing that, and that's where I let's see, switched to flight mode. I saw that there was a message that we were disconnected. Oh, hold on, overlay. I just need to enable bot-rich chat so I can read your messages. Okay, cool. So are we good? Let me type a message in chat. Hi from Kick. I can see the message down here. It is tiny, but I can see it. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I've got a feeling that seems like it is a lightning port thing, where it doesn't auto detect the mic. So I started the stream with the other transmitter connected to the iPhone via Bluetooth. I then tried plugging in the receiver because the audio with the Bluetooth mic, that didn't sound good. And I had a feeling it would sound good. Nice try though. Bluetooth audio is notoriously bad. Now, let's see. We are going to need... Oh, actually, we don't need a screen share now. So that's... So screen share turned off. Canadian, you're using Bellable. Cool. Just need a meter audio. Okay, my audio should be good. Still a bit stuffy, so my apologies. Let's see. Is that Masingo? Mic Mini 2? No. Actually, where did I hear about the Mic Mini 2? It might have been on MidMat's Discord. One of the members there were chatting about, shared a picture of it. I personally am not a fan. I don't like white gear. I want everything black or dark grey. Which is why I probably won't ever go to Insta360, because their gear is notoriously white. White gimbals, white everything. Even though it would be, I'd have it like this, under my hoodie, with a magnet on the outside, and I don't think their magnets are white. Yeah, you can get like a black cover, but the frame is still white. Don't like it. Yeah, and I have listened to a couple of comparisons. The audio doesn't sound that different from this one, so I'm okay with the OG Mic Mini. I thought if they were going to do anything, it would be to reduce the size of the receiver, because the receiver is huge. Blue, pink, etc. Yeah, I've seen it. It is a vibe, I guess. So imagine this mic white, but this side of it is replaceable, and you can have different colors: pink, blue, black on the front. But I want the whole thing black. I suppose it does match. They had a receiver that came out a little while ago they were selling separately, and it looked a lot like the other receivers. Smaller, and it was compatible with other mics. I think the Mic 2, Mic Mini, maybe even the Mic 3. So I'm surprised they didn't sell it with that. Yeah, that's my... I mean, it sounds great, and the range is good, but I thought they would make the receiver smaller for the Mic Mini 3, Mic Mini 2. Does DJi sell the mobile receiver? I think it's only USB-C. The receiver? Oh, probably. They usually sell everything in parts, bits and bobs. Yeah, they have a receiver that they released, I think, late last year, and it was kind of the same color as the Mic Mini 2. It was white and frosted, where you could sort of see through it. And that's compatible with other mics. They do, yeah, $30. Yeah. They can come with that clear USB. Oh, it can, okay. As an option as part of the kits. There you go. Wealth of knowledge, you guys. think that's a link. I have links turned off, sorry about that. Right, so this is our setup. Just take note of that. If you were going to start the stream with the receiver, make sure that's plugged in first. Don't do what I did and think you can just switch. I am curious if anyone has this app and a newer iPhone from the 15 up, if you're able to hot swap without without having to restart the app. Have you tried the new Kick app? I have downloaded the new Kick app, but I haven't tried it. So last time I was looking at the Kick app, it couldn't do any kind of streaming, so maybe the latest one does, and it can. Actually, I've got it open right now. I've got the Kick app over here. I'm already streaming, so maybe it won't show that. Log out, browse, following, search. I can't see anything regarding. No, nothing about start a stream. I still got a separate app for that. It is like okay. Mobile receiver can work with the Mic 2, Mic 3, Mic Mini, and Mic Mini 2 in any combination. Oh, nice. Well, there you go. I thought that's what they would sell with the Mic Mini 2. But they're selling a mic that looks a lot like the Mic Mini OG receiver, which is big and bulky. But maybe they want to have a look that's different from the other mics. They've all gone that route. Separate app, Kick Go. Oh, okay. In that case, no, I haven't. Let's have a look. Kick Go. Kick Go Live. There it is. Install. So just to go over the setup today, we've got the iPhone 11, older iPhone with a lightning port. We have the DJi Mic Mini receiver plugged into the iPhone. Transmitter here on my hoodie. I've got you guys on the invisible selfie stick or lightsaber. And I've got a phone holder attached to that. Just looking at the Kick Go Live app. It is trying to load. It's thinking. Isn't responding. Oh no. Okay, let's close the app. We'll try again. Oh, okay. Spinny, spinny. Get started. Okay, so let's see. Am I still screen sharing? No. Okay. So we're gonna go. Oh, wow. Guess I'll have to do this some other time. That's weird. I wonder why I can't just pick up on the other app that's already open. Yeah, I don't know that stuff. Kick Go Live app, interesting. I heard that it has picture-in-picture mode. So we're gonna go into dual, turn off split picture, And it's just the S120 for dual kit. Or was that $1? 120 for dual kit with clear thin receiver in case. There we go. I don't think I can scroll up and down this list. No, I can't. Switchable covers, yep, read that. I don't like how big the receiver is. It just seems really fragile there, especially with the lightning adapter on it. USB-C is thicker. It's a thick boy, so it feels better. But I reckon these guys could have figured out a way of making the Mic Mini receiver smaller and still have the dial on the side. Okay, select, receiver can work with Mic 2, I read that. Okay, cool. So the way that I'm using this app today is by reading the chat off the screen. That's using that overlay that I showed you earlier. Don't have TTS. By having the messages not disappear on me, I'm able to read up about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, about 20 lines worth, which is a lot, but I can't scroll. Mobile receiver's not that big. You mean this one? Mic Mini receiver? It's not that big, but it is compared to like the Holyland Lark M2 and the Ulanzi. The way it sticks out, still, it just seems really awkward when I look at this one. The other one, that frosted one, that's what I was thinking they would move towards. The clear one, yeah, the clear one. I was just surprised that they were selling the Mic Mini 2. I guess it's the standard kit with what looks like the OG receiver. And the new kit, yeah. So, anyone gonna buy the Mic Mini 2? There is a YouTuber that I watch who has them. And this YouTuber did a comparison with the original Mic Mini that I have and the Mic Mini 2. I couldn't hear any noticeable difference. Apparently there is a little bit. Some people have said that this mic can sound muffled. I usually have mine under my top. So I'm going to switch the positioning. We've got the mic on the outside now, but it's not quite where I like to get the mic. A little bit lower. Any difference? Mic on the outside. And I have been on the hunt for mics ever since I started streaming. New mic, new mic, new mic. I've gone for so many. And this is one that I've been pretty happy with. Okay, you can buy either one. The more you dislike it, the more I'm tempted to buy it. I don't dislike it. I just don't think there's a huge incentive for me to upgrade from this one to the new one. What do they give me? They give me pretty colors. I don't like my mic yelling out at people visually, say, hey, look at me. I think it's quite the opposite of what you want as a live streamer. Dude, I have a really good one for me. What do you have? What do you mean? Please do tell. And how are we doing on our power and everything? 40% battery on the iPhone, man. My poor iPhone. I've got the crossbody back. This is what I've been using since last stream. Oh, that's right. We've got the mini receiver plugged in, so we have to use a USB-C cable. So I have plugged power into the receiver, which is going to give us pass-through charging. The ceramic mic is good. Okay, which one? I've got lots. I know I have a friend who has a ceramic, and they swear by it. I have tried, let's see, Yolanzi, DJi, Highland, Road. What else? Who else? I feel like I'm missing one. You're gonna buy it, missing it? Okay, good on it. Make sure you're always wearing the pink one, the pink cover. I'll be very disappointed if you're not wearing pink. But this one, the mini, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't see a reason to upgrade. Unless, let's say the battery suddenly decides it's going to die, because you can't replace the batteries in these. Then that's where I would have to upgrade, buy a new one, you know. I just think the audio sounds good out of this. And the reason why I'm not that fussed about the receiver is because as a viewer, you can't see it. It just bothers me. So I'm okay with the receiver being, you know, sticking out a little bit. Has a credit with Amazon, nice. It'll end up costing $82 for the twin kit. Okay, cool. Add it to my mic collection. The ceramic Air SC. Alright, I have to look into it. Yeah, I don't know if that's the same one my friend has. But yeah, I'll do a Google, I'll do a thing. It is in the top 10 of mic brands that I know of. Yeah. So the first mic brand I used was Rode. Pretty happy with their gear. I think the reason why I switched from using the Wireless Go was just the size of it. It was quite a big mic. They did come out with one later, but I was already using a different mic by then. But Rode's got a good name. Ceramic, they do. I haven't used a ceramic, I think. Wait. I might have bought a lavalier mic from ceramic. Let's see, Mic 2, Twin Kit, Mic Mini, Mic 2 from Pocket Set, yeah. Another new one. That's your collection. Alright. Oh, so that one is pretty new. Could still be the same one my friend has. Alright. I'll do a Google, look it up. The best way is to check Amazon reviews. They can help with your choosing of items. That's usually something I go by, is check the Amazon reviews. See how many 5 stars I have versus the others. Also got a second DJi Action 4 coming soon from Kesha. Oh wow, I think I saw that, you mentioned that in, I think maybe Midnight Street, getting an extra one. Right. How is the 360 going, Cinco? Have you used it to live stream yet? I think it can do single lens mode, last I heard. Yeah, the Action 4 still at least. Good camera. But what I'm using now is my OG I was thinking, OG IRL streaming device, my iPhone. But I think for a very short time before the iPhone, I was using my Galaxy S9, but it couldn't handle streaming. I think it crashed whenever I tried to stream with it. So I switched to using my iPhone. It's a very old phone, if anyone remembers that one. So I haven't used it a lot. Got it around. Oh, nice. But I haven't tried it. Okay. Scared of damaging the lens on it. Oh, it's not replaceable. That's right. Yeah, that was one critique people had of the 360. Got it. So it doesn't get used enough. Right. So much potential. I wish the DJi guys would watch my live stream where I talked about all the things you could do with it, the possibilities. But they don't really prioritize streaming. They will do all the Ks, 4K, 8K, 12K before 20K before they'll put a little more effort into the live streaming side of things. Have I tried sending a stream from the Go app to OBS? I have thought about it, but let's see. I think I would have to port forward, which I don't really like doing. Ever since I found ways of not port forwarding, I prefer those. But I haven't. I think it's probably something I should at least demonstrate for someone who's wanting to do that. Yeah, because then you could. I was just thinking, yeah, you should be able to go from home streaming to IRL if you have this app and OBS. So there's, yeah. But then I'd have to go. No, I've got videos on port forwarding. Sorry, I'm thinking out aloud. Yeah, try a new mount out for your car. Sent me a photo in DM. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, one image. Whoa, okay. Is that secure on there? Yeah, looks pretty secure. That's quite the angle. It's like right on the front. So port forwarding is, I know how to do port forwarding, and I can do port forwarding. I've got the videos on how to port forward. It was one of my earliest videos, and now after seeing what options are out there, I just it's not something that I recommend doing anymore, because there's so many issues involved with port forwarding. Do you have a dynamic address? So dynamic address. Do you have CGNet? Have you set up port forwarding? Is your firewall blocking the connection? It's like one after the other, after the other, So I've got videos on that. I'm just wondering if I can still link back to them, if that still makes sense, yeah. Would be cool via tutorial. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's hot here. Back is boiling. How's our battery doing? We've gone up 5%. I think at some point, what I want to do is get a new DJi Osmo gimbal. The rumour is there's going to be an 8P, especially for the trip to Japan. So I'm thinking down the line somewhere. The idea is I need there to be another way of charging the phone. And with these newer gimbals, you can charge the phone via the gimbal. So I want to be able to do that rather than the way I do it now. We've got a cable plugged into the phone. But if it tugs on the gimbal's going to go all floppy. So they don't like cables plugged to them. So I might wait for the 8P. I'm in no rush. Or perhaps for that trip I'll get it through customs. Maybe it'll be cheaper. Yeah, I've never been to Japan. Try to save up for it, but it was too expensive at the time. Let's see. Hey, buddy. Got your stream running. Really good. Nice. Mobile, Box Cloud, OBS out to YouTube. Sweet. Go on, Eric. Glad you got that all up and running. So, get a new Pocket 4 Pro. So let's see. They've just recently announced the Pocket 4. I think the Pocket 4 isn't a huge upgrade from the 3. So people with the 3 should be okay with the 4. Now, I do like some of the additions that they've added, like a magnetic part, so you can attach a light. The buttons, I think they could have done that differently, like a dial instead of the buttons underneath the screen. 2 times lossless zoom, which is nice. Although the 3 can do 2 times zoom. I thought that was lossless, but I don't know. It didn't seem lossless to me, the Pocket 3 zoom. Now, rumors of the Pocket 4 Pro or Pocket 4P is that it'll have 3 times optical zoom, which doesn't sound big enough, I think, from the Pocket 4's 2 times lossless zoom. I was hoping it'd be more like 5. Now, if it can do 5 times lossless zoom, cool. It's not 3 to 4, it's near. Yeah. The Pro 1 leaked is very nice. It's also starting to look a little pro, I think. So the Pocket 3 and a 4, I guess, they're still small enough they don't draw much attention. But with the extra camera on there, it's starting to, get a bit big, I think. But I don't know, need to see it. Oh yeah, thank you, Eric. I saw that after the stream. I don't have notifications enabled unless I'm using a self-hosted setup. But I got that dono. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. So the self-hosted one with StreamerBot, it's connected to everything. It's connected to where I get donos. So I'll get a text notification telling me when one has come through. And then usually there's an alert and things that pop up on stream. So I know to thank the person that has donated. But yeah, I did eventually get it. So yeah, thank you for that. Appreciate you. Okay, I want to go for a little walk around the cloud here at Queen's Wharf with this setup. It won't be as stable as when I have a gimbal. But at least it's something that we can compare. One difference from maybe one of the other times and our setup today. So just go over it again. We've got the iPhone, internal camera, back, front. We have the Mic Mini receiver plugged in to the iPhone. Transmitter here on my hoodie for audio. I've got you guys on an invisible selfie stick with a phone holder. Now the iPhone has pretty decent stabilization. Not as good as a gimbal, clearly. Set it after stream, like I said in your videos. Oh, cool. Fantastic. Let's see. Just checking other messages. I'm using my hand to be able to read the messages on my screen. Okay, I think I've got those. Cool. Okay. Now, Eric, are you still using SpeakerBot? Because I believe from our last chat, you're sort of routing things through SpeakerBot so that you could hear it or hear TTS. So it was kind of it was an interesting approach to be able to hear your messages. Okay. Bump, bump. Should we do another photo? Yeah. Because this is a different setup today than before. I'm going to unplug the charging cable. Curious and hear if there's any difference when I unplug the cable. I don't think I heard one before. No, I don't hear anything. That might be an IRL Pro thing. Yeah, when you unplug the charging cable from a receiver, I believe it cuts the audio. There's like it cuts off and then comes back again. It's only like a second. Maybe it's not an iPhone thing, or it could be this app. Yeah. Right. Gonna go over the gear in a little bit. I need to prop the phone up somehow. Well, in order to conserve space, I didn't bring the little mini tripod with me, but the last two streams, I've needed it. I've got, oh no, I wish I bought the mini tripod. Is there anywhere around here? Okay, that looks somewhat sturdy. No. Switch camera, no. Got my open TTS working. Question: is there a way to turn off the chat on the mobile screen but still have TTS working in mobile? Yeah. Under display settings. Right now the chat overlay covers the whole screen. You can change the width, size of it, where it starts from the bottom. I would look at the chat settings. It could be under display as well. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of settings in there. pop you guys there for a second. Didn't bring any other tripods? No. Okay. For the crossbody bag, I have to remember to bring note to self, Cliff, when you watch the bike bag, hey Mossy, to also bring the mini tripod. So I just want it off. When you seem to turn it off, oh, okay. Maybe it has to be on. Do you have two iPhones? Something that I'm not able to do right now is to use a second iPhone as a what do you call it? A remote phone. Because I think you can use that second one as your TTS app, and your main one is your streaming phone. Excuse me. So I'm still trying to find a way to prop up my phone. Maybe in one of these little gaps. There's gaps in the table. Maybe I can slot it in there. Oh yeah, that might work. Uh-oh, it's kind of stuck now. No, we appear to be okay. Okay, so I think that'll work. Double tap to flip the camera, front, back. So camera over here. Five seconds. I think we're gonna need 10. Let's switch to split screen. Or maybe picture-in-picture. Okay. 10, 9, 8. Smile. Okay, so that is me, clearly. iPhone, mic mini receiver, TVU Go app on the other side. We've got the lightsaber, got the crossbody bag, just the crossbody bag, so something you probably couldn't see before. Let's see. So the other day, I had two straps, crossbody bag and my normal phone lanyard, which I would hang my phone on. But I have a little short strap, which I can put a phone on. So I was reviewing the museum VOD, and the museum VOD is where I had the two straps, and this looks a lot cleaner, just one strap here, and then this one down the bottom. So if I was to use, well, this phone as my support phone, where I am watching the Kick app and listening to the Kick app to hear what's happening on stream. This is how I knew that my audio was not great via Bluetooth. That was a nice try. We gave it a go. Hey fan, there you go. Got a Mossy there. And I can also turn off the screen and the Kick app will continue play. But no TTS. We would need StreamBuddy for that. But I can still read messages here. So this is our workaround. It's not bad. I think I'm catching most of the messages. Wait a minute, I did miss that one. Japan is epic. You've been 3 times with Singo. What? I'm jealous. Though, batteries might be a challenge getting there. Yeah, so that was a change. After my trip to Seoul, the Anchor battery bank was fine. And then I think it was in June of last year, that's when they changed the rules. Or was it June? June or July? Not long after the trip, they changed the rules so that I think if you're going through China, your battery has to be CCC or rated or something. Maybe if you're passing through, it's okay. Don't know. I'm not sure if I want to risk that. Might have to go a different route. 3 or 4 is meh. 3 or 4 batteries. Dang. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Pro one that is like very nice. Yeah, I think I saw that part. So don't know. I got yes. Set it up after soon. Yep, read that one. Mobile TTS working. I read that one as well. Chat overlay covers the whole screen. So I had chat overlay and everything set up like what I've got it here in the TVU Go app. So if I do a screen share, start screen share. So I can squeeze the chat. In this app, it would be me going to overlays, off, on, and then I could move it, like resize. So I could just resize it with my finger. And I think this may be one of the only apps that can do that. You'd think there'd be more apps that could, have gesture control. Hold on, let's check that. Okay. Not yop. Go. And try an emoji. Oh, my emoji wall isn't on. So I need to re-enable these. There we go. Alright, cool. So we'll turn off screen share. And we're 30% battery. Wow. Okay. I think it's whenever I screen share, it seems to blast through power a lot quicker. So we are going to need a way to keep this charged. I think this Mic Mini receiver doesn't do a very good job of pass-through charging. I think it's limited. It doesn't give you fast charging through that port that I found. What kind of a bag is that, and how many liters? Ah, okay. This bag is a crossbody bag. It's unbranded. I think I got this one good old TVU. Excuse me. I think it is pretty cheap, and you could probably find better quality bags. Although this one is actually not bad. I think my only critique with it is I wish the zip direction was the other way around. But I've found that a lot of bags go in their zip direction, so it's not just this bag. See here? I've thought about going into a seamstress and asking them to reverse the zip direction, but it would probably cost more than the bag. And I would say it is maybe 3 or 4 liters, because my sling bag that I have is a 6 liter sling bag. Now it's smaller than that, but not by much. DJ style, correct. Power bank have to be CCC if you want to fly within China. They're not, then you can get them sent to your hotel. If they are not, fly within China. Ah, okay. But if you're just passing through as a stopover, I think you'd be okay, right? Or better yet, just buy a CCC power bank when you get to China. Buy. So for this trip, the plan is to go back to Seoul for a little bit, and then a short trip, maybe a weekend in Japan. I'd like to spend longer in Japan, but yeah, circumstances. So I know that's a place I want to revisit. There's so much I want to do there. Robot restaurant is pretty high on my list. One of my friends on their first trip to Japan, they were telling me about a robot restaurant they went to, and just thinking about what that's like just sounds real cool to me. Yes, okay. Okay, so to go over our setup again, TVU Go app. With this app, I'm able to use the wireless mic. Make sure you have that plugged in first before you go live. So we've got the DJi Mic Mini plugged into the iPhone. We've got the receiver transmitter here on my hoodie. With the app, you can go live to Twitch, Kick, YouTube. So we've gone live directly to the platforms through this app. There's disconnect protection. You may have seen the backup clip while I swiped out of that, reopened it to connect the wireless mic receiver. We've got bonding. Speeds are pretty decent. So we've got about 2.5 megabits on both cellular and Wi-Fi. I've got the iPhone on and a phone holder attached to a quick release mount, and that's connected to the lightsaber or Insta360 invisible selfie stick. I'll go up for a little walk around Queen's Wharf to see what this is like compared to other setups. I'm thinking it won't be as stable, well, for sure, than a gimbal, which is what I've used this on before, and the action camera, which doesn't need a gimbal unless you're in low light conditions. So with the weather change, daylight savings, we no longer have that. I'm noticing ghosting with the action for around 4 o'clock. You know, it's not dark here. It's not dark, but it's around golden hour. So here it gets dark around 6, 7 o'clock, like completely dark. But yeah, I really like that you can just go live with this app. I've got overlays in here. So I started the stream with this overlay, which I'm going to use for my beginning. Got another overlay for the end. So it's just something that you turn on and off in the overlay settings. That's not a separate scene, or what else would you have in other apps? Scene usually. So that's my workaround there. And it's a graphic that I've downloaded to my phone and then added into the app. So that we've got a little consistency between each of the things, the setups that I'm using. I'll be able to use a similar looking like font and everything. I use spy phone. What's a spy phone? iPhone. Spy phone. If anything, I'd say Android is more of a spy phone than iPhones. They want to spy on all your traffic. Whereas iPhone, they just want your money. Keep buying new hardware. That's how they make money. Buy their hardware. Just a PNG. It is, yeah, it's a PNG. That's what those are. I'll try a screen share. We'll keep this one short. So screen share enabled. Okay, gonna go to overlays. So close that little thing. Overlay, and you got a picture. And you got another picture. But on off, on off. Easy as. Andy's Burger and Bar and Sky City has a robot service. Does it? Oh, haven't been there in ages. I didn't know they're still around. Usually they would have rebranded or called it something else by now. Spy phone. Yeah. How's the battery? Slowly but surely going up. Slowly, yeah. Alright, go for a walk. Okay. I am going to enable. Let's try picture-in-picture. There we go. So be able to see where I'm looking. Wait, I wonder, we're on ultra wide. Wait, we've got zoom. Could we do that before? I'm trying to think back on a previous version. Oh, you know what? I think with picture-in-picture mode, it started with one-time zoom, and you can go to ultra-wide. Whereas it's starting in ultra-wide now, and you can zoom in. Yeah. Okay. Double tap. So pinch to zoom or zoom in. Oh, hold on. What's happening? My screen dimmed. Gonna turn off picture in picture. No, we're okay. Alright. Try picture in picture again. I thought maybe we were running low on battery, but our pass-through charger is still working, so we're okay. Ah, okay. Double tap. It's probably my screen adjusting to brightness. There are 10 places that have robot servers. Yeah, the thing with this one, this robot restaurant that I've heard about, is it's completely robots. It's not just robots, but the whole place looks like it's a sci-fi place. Mirrors and silver everywhere. They've got a robot parade. Yeah, neon and silver. My friends took photos of it, and it kind of stuck with me. Eric, what app am I using now? I'm still using the TVU Go app. With this app, let's see. With this app and the way that I'm currently using, I can't switch to anything else. Yeah, TVU Go app. Now there are ways, and I have seen it in other demos, where you can switch from this to, let's say if you have iRail Toolkit, you could switch from iRail to home PC and back again. I've seen that. So that was one way. You can also connect this to your OBS. If you can do port forwarding, then that's available. I think I was looking at it. I don't know if I actually did it though. I didn't stream it. I was a test. I think I was testing it at home. And excuse me, sorry about the coughing. But I think that bonding was available. I don't know. I'd need to do it properly. But I mean, I don't think it would. I mean, I suppose it could still go through, like, I don't know how their backend system works at all. I suppose it could still go through their servers to your OBS. Yeah, I think my test showed that I had bonding, but yeah, I need to do it properly live. Yeah, so don't quote me on that. Do not quote me. Alright. So other things I like about this app, picture-in-picture split mode, they're very easy to do. Basically a couple of taps and then you can do that. So we'll try another screen share. Oh, okay. I don't know if my phone can handle it. I'm starting to see drop frames. But we are going to go into dual. We've got picture-in-picture split screen. Double tap to to switch cameras. And we'll change it back to picture-in-picture, and then stop broadcast. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, walk time. Okay, make sure I haven't left anything. Okay. It's not that bad. Listening to the preview of my stream, but without TTS. I'm so used to hearing TTS, but I do have to be a lot more mindful of what's happening in chat. So if I miss a message here, then I've missed it. But that's good work. Actually, that's something I'd really like for the TVU Go team to add, is a native multi-chat like what I can see. Something that's just built into it without relying on a separate service like Botwix. Now, if they're concerned about like the rules, Twitch didn't. They've changed their stance on it. Didn't like you having merge chat on screen. They could just set that part to preview only. If it's preview only, that means only I can see those messages. But I think it's really important for me as a streamer to be able to see what's happening to the platforms I'm streaming to, like Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. That's how I'm reading the chat at the moment. I've got the merge chat there. It's set to preview only. Because there are two separate areas for, I guess, overlays. There's one which is for chat, which you can set to preview only or preview and live stream. I think the thing though, I think chat overlay should only be preview only, because usually that chat is big, so you as a streamer can see the chat. But the chat that you would have for your stream is generally tiny. You have it in the bottom corner or something, which is unreadable for a streamer, you know. So you have one overlay for your stream, which is tiny. They could be set to stream only, and then you have a chat for yourself as a streamer, which is set to preview only. But we'll see. Thank you. Got a friend that sub to me. Sub to me. Okay. Awesome. But I think that's just cut off for me. But something just listening over the phone and asked. Oh, okay. It is, but it is. Thank you for the sub, friend. Appreciate you. Any questions to any of my videos or live streams, pop them in the YouTube live comments. Or in the comments of a video, I respond to every comment. Even if it's as simple as, oh, thank you, Cliff, I reply back to them. So there've been a few conversations where it's been like, oh, thank you so much, I really appreciate you. I'll reply back and say, hey, you are very welcome. And then they'll reply back and say, hey, no problem, thank you. I'll reply back to that as well. Because I think YouTube does monitor whether you reply to comments or not. So I just think I have to reply to everything, even if it's tiny. Trying to stay in good graces with the algorithm. Boy, that freighter is moving fast. How fast it's moving? It's out of here. Didn't know they moved that fast. How blocky it is, eh? You wouldn't think that could float. And tall. It's like a giant Lego block. Pretty quiet too. Trans Future 5, Panama. What do we want? 45% battery. Well, that's one good thing about using a selfie stick today. I don't have to worry about the power cable tugging on the gear. With a gimbal, it would tug and then it throws off the motors. Okay, carry on. Double tap, switch up our views. Oh, nice weather today. Yeah, we've been pretty blessed. This past week has been nice. Oh, that sun, lovely. Okay, I'm missing any messages? I think I caught those. Yeah, I forget that this isn't something I can do with the usual setup. You know, the action camera, picture, and with it being in sync. Yeah, try and do multiple cameras with an external camera. Tricky stuff. I'm thinking this is what I'll use in Japan. Phone streaming, no external camera. Because they block the 5 gigahertz band, so you can't use an external camera via RTMP over there. And you need 5 gigahertz for RTMP streaming. With an action camera, I mean. thinking with the gimbal, like the 8P, the 8 or the 8P, battery life is up to 10 hours. That is without face tracking, without a full light, neither of which I think I'll need. If I have the phone plugged in, which I probably will need to do with the iPhone 11, then I would only need to top up the gimbal. Yeah, that should work. Yeah. Now the audio. So audio, I would need to use this, the Mic Mini, with a cable USB-C to the... Actually, for fast-through charging, you would need to use the what do you call it? The tracker. Okay. I must see. Do you have to set up a schedule on YouTube to stream to YouTube? No, I don't. I never set up a schedule. In this app, you just go live. Love that. It reminds me of when I use Restream, which I use. So I use Restream on my other setups, everything else, because it gives me that ability. Yeah. Essentially, one of the earliest issues I had with streaming to YouTube was that you had to have a schedule, or you'd have to open up manage a broadcast, all that real messy stuff. I don't want to do that, you know. I just want to go live like you do on basically everything else. So Restream, and in particular this app I'm using today, TVU Go, you just go live and then you're live on YouTube. Now one thing that happened before I went live today was my Kick account needed to be re-authenticated, so I couldn't go live. I had to re-authenticate it and then I could go live, which I like. I think in my other setups I would go live and not know that I wasn't live to Kick, whereas this I couldn't go live, and I was wondering, hey, why can't I go live? Why can't I go live? Wasn't paying attention to what the app was telling me, of course. And then when I read it, oh, okay, oops. Oh, I need to re-authenticate. So you go into the settings, platforms, then re-authenticate, which is basically tap a button. It opens up a Kick where you just allow all permissions. Bam, good. Then I could go live. Boy, this chat's getting tiny. So you tried to go live to YouTube, but it keeps saying I don't have a plan on this something. Hold on. Just going to open up the Kick app. Yeah. Keeps saying I don't have a plan on this app. Stream to... what are you using? Are you using a TVU Go app? Or a different app? TVU Go? Are you using this app? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you can see. Maybe you're on a different thing to me. but they've got a trial period where I think you can unlock all features, and then they've got 2 tiers, 2 plans. Now I can't see the plan details while I'm streaming, but they've got kind of like a base tier, and then they got another tier, and then I forget which one has what, but I'll check for your details. You may also have to re-authenticate. Because I am streaming to all three, Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. I did need to re-authenticate Kick today. Kick often times out. I have to re-authenticate, I think every 2, 3, 4 weeks, something like that. Kick is probably a little too strict on that. Yeah, it's always need to re-authenticate Kick, whether it's StreamerBot. Yeah, StreamerBot. First time in this one. Every other place where I need to use Kick, it's constantly needing to re-authenticate. Way too strict, yeah. Thought you would have to do something to do with the YouTube schedule. Nah. So you just choose which platforms you want to go live to. It just remembers it next time, so that's great. And then you go live. Now sometimes it'll take a couple seconds, so try not to spam the go live button, because then, I don't know, it could break something. So you just wait for the message to say where it's at. I don't think I can set the stabilization mode in this app. I know in other apps, usually there's about 3, at least for my phone. There's like a cinematic, extended, cinematic, and standard stabilization. I think from what I'm looking at, if it has enabled the stabilization, which I think it has, then it's probably on standard. Considering that there's very little delay, I'm thinking that we may have standard stabilization. Ooh, what's happening there? I might turn off our picture-in-picture. Okay. My poor phone. Way too strict, yeah. Which way do we want to go? Wow, nice car. Chrysler. Chrysler what? I think it's an Impala. I need to see. Don't know what it is. Maybe it's on the Chrysler 66 Chrysler 300. So we're just going to walk around with the current setup, no gimbal. Oh.
Finish my route.
Yeah, route. Oh, okay. Just ran into Lena. You guys know Lena? Gonna hang out. Lena is plays Pokemon Go. That's who is catching up to me in points. I think there was like a 10,000 point difference. Probably caught up to me now. Okay, checking Pokemon Go. Have you caught up?
No, I don't think so.
So I'm on 1139. Let's see. 1144. What?
What?
You've caught up and passed me. Boo!
You didn't say that.
Boo!
Why don't I get a message saying that? I should get a message with balloons and fireworks.
Maybe you missed it. But you have. Hey, 1144.
What are you on?
That's not fair. 1139.
Should probably pay me.
Play should. Because that week I took off.
I took off the
So what do you do now? You gonna do Lighthouse or no? Are you done?
Always cuts out on me. I've already done one. One's out.
Ah, okay, alright. Need to play more Pokemon Go, guys. I was like a million points ahead at one point. Actually, she started playing. I was at level 30 something, 32 I think. So she went from 0 to passing me. Boo, boo, boo. Boo. Take too many days off, that's why. Way too strict. So how are we doing? We're at 1 hour 27 minutes. This stream, because we did have to restart the app, so I think it reset the numbers. Streaming at 1080p 30. At least that's what it tells me. I think when I review the VOD it says 1080p 60. So I'll have a look. Oh yeah, by the way guys, I will have a bonus stream this week. Got something coming in the mail that I'm pretty excited about. So stay tuned for that. I mean, I may receive it tomorrow, but I don't think so. I'm thinking it'll probably be Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe. So whenever I get it, I'll be doing a bonus stream. Pocket 4 Pro? No. People are testing it apparently. That would be nice. There's one YouTuber whose videos I watch, and that YouTuber has 2 Pocket 4s. 2 of them. They may have multiple 4 Pros as well. Yeah, I don't think I'm big enough for those brands to see me gear. Not yet. Although I'd prefer to be able to buy the gear on my own, so I could be unbiased. Completely unbiased. I'd need to have maybe like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and a lot of viewers, getting all the subs, all the things. But yeah, in terms of gear this year, there's that surprise doodad I've got in the mail, hopefully this week. There's that, and then maybe a gimbal. Gimbal will get later. And I'm starting to think I don't need it. Maybe I'll be okay with what I have, like what I'm using today. The only thing that bothers me with the current setup I'm using now is that I don't like being tethered. So we've got the cable running from the Mic Mini receiver to my bag. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I prefer the short cable that would be connected to the gimbal, like what they call it, the media thing, the face tracker. I prefer that. So we'll see. Okay. Alright, in terms of bonding, it's been pretty consistent, total of around 5 megabits, split between 2.5 on each cellular and Wi-Fi. That's what I see. I don't know if it's any different on the TVU Go side. I haven't seen any errors, any problems with the connection. So that has all looked good, at least on my end. We have gone to offline, disconnect protection once when I forcibly enabled flight mode. Yeah, so when you do that, you're able to swipe out of the app fully, reopen it, and then start up the stream. It won't break the stream into 2 parts. So that's good. So weather. So weather right now is 18 degrees. It feels warmer than it. I was just thinking, I do have a culture on the top of my tripod. I was thinking maybe if I move the Mic Mini receiver. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, if I moved it there. Nah, that won't work. So it has to be plugged into the iPhone. This app is pretty awesome. I like it. I like it if you just want to go live with your phone. Don't want any hassle of doing any, starting up your computer, open up OBS. I think that's its strength. So that's what I like the most about it. Now there are ways you can connect it to your OBS, and I suppose I should test that, but I still prefer it on something like this, I'm out and about, something cool is on, I want to go live. Now you guys heard the audio before when I was using the internal mic of the iPhone. Windy, but it's okay, I'd like to do a test where I don't have a tripod, no fancy mic or anything. So I really need there to be something on where I can just go live. I think a couple of months ago there was a, what do you call it? There's some kind of, St. Paddy's Day event in Commercial Bay. So they had a band on, excuse me, had a band on, they had dancers, they had all sorts. So that was a really good day to test everything out. Yeah, so I need something like that where I can just go live with this. And I think that's where this app is really good for that kind of thing. You've left home, your computer is off, but you want to go live. And this gives me multi-streaming, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, which I've already pre-logged into. It gives me bonding. As long as I have my second phone with me, then I can bond to that other connection. I can use an external mic, which I have now, but if I only had the internal mic, it would be okay. Not great, but okay. I could hand hold this. So this is what I had you on before. Invisible selfie stick with a phone holder, hand holding the iPhone. So worst case scenario, I could just hand hold it. Just need to be a little more careful. Two-handed with holding the iPhone. Double tap. Yeah, so hand holding the iPhone. Holding at low angle like this is easier, but I'm personally not a fan of low angles. So I like everything up here, but harder to do. Good workout, I suppose. I'll pop you back into the tripod, and then Yeah. And we're back up here. So yeah, could be streamed tomorrow, could be streamed Tuesday or Wednesday. I think this week, where I'll have something cool to share with you. Excited about it. Could use a chest on mount, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to remember when I did that a lot with my phone. I think what I found. So what I would do is I'd put my phone like this on my chest. So the angle, so at point you can angle it like this out. This way you're able to read the chat. So you could look down and see what's happening. You could have it that way, but you can't see the screen. So you know you would flip open up and down like that. So this way you can read the chat. The only problem is, depending on your phone, it could start doing this. And you know, one bump, if you're on a like an e-scooter, a bike, then it'll do this boop, and it's looking at the ground. So that's one good thing about an action camera, is it's so light that never happens. But if your streams are only, they never face yourself, then then you could do it that way, you know. How's the battery? We're on 55%. I wonder if the Mic Mini 2 receiver, the big one, if they've improved it, or if it's the exact same receiver as the Mic Mini. But from what I can tell, this receiver doesn't do fast charging through the USB port. Now the iPhone 11, it doesn't do great fast charging. I think the fast charging is around 18 watts through the lightning port. That's quite limited. Newer models, they can do, I believe, 20, 25, 30, 35 watts. The newer ones. But my feeling is that the pass-through isn't even doing that. So even though that lightning adapter could probably do 18 watts, I don't think it's supplying 18 watts to the iPhone. So I'm sure when I have the lightning cable that's plugged into the Anchor battery bank, it charges a lot faster. And that's 18 watts. So my feeling is there were probably around 5-7 watts charging through the USB port on the Mic Mini receiver. Yeah, let's try picture-in-picture. So we have 1 hour 43 minutes. I think we'll go to about 2 hours. It's good length, good test. If we can get there. Don't know about our charging battery and everything. Okay, so stuff to keep in mind. We haven't done the OBS test. Not a pop one. Wait, how would I do that? So I would need OBS to be on. I'd need StreamerBot also to be on. I'd need to switch it to port forwarding mode, so that changes the URL for the media source to port forwarding, and then go through the usual startup process. So I'd go live in here first, which would go live to OBS. I wouldn't be able to see what's happening in OBS. I'd have to assume it's working unless I remotely log in. How do I control OBS and listen to everything? Now my answer would be to use Mopin, but I couldn't have Mopin open and this app on the iPhone. So I'd have to rely purely on what I see on screen. No TTS, just like now. So what does that also give me? Gives me all my cool overlays, transitions and everything in OBS. I think we'll have to try that. Mainly because I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. So that alone is interesting. So how are we doing over here? And also, how is our battery bank? So I'm going to have a look. It is only charging the iPhone. So we are currently on 91% battery with an estimated 11 hours 13 minutes of battery life estimated remaining, so a lot. Nice day in the city. It is. It's cloudy out south. Oh, okay. It'll probably be cloudy later. That's what often happens, is the clouds come this way. So at the moment it's nice. It does look a bit grey there in the distance, but at least for now we're alright. Oh, grey that side too. So we're surrounded by grey. getting our steps in. I don't think I'll have 10,000. Not even, oh my, not even 4. Whoops. Excuse me. Why do they keep closing off this gate? It's a bit annoying. People like to walk around here. Ooh, it's sun, lovely. Nice. I can kind of feel the weight of this gear, even though it's not much. It's only maybe 350, 400 grams compared to the action camera. Yeah, I can feel it. The action camera weighs nothing. It's like 180.
Go down, Jess, get away from the water.
Excuse me. Yeah, I think pinch to zoom while I'm in picture-in-picture mode is new. Pretty sure it is. Tap tap. Pinch to zoom. Yeah, I don't think I could do that before. That was one of those changes they made in a recent update. The cameras start on 0.5 if it's available. I'm going to turn off picture-in-picture mode. Let's switch it to back camera for now. This is a day I'd like to have roller skates or roller blades. I think it'd be nice to zip around everywhere and still get somewhat of a workout in. Double tap. Hello from Colombia. Love New Zealand. Well, hello from New Zealand. Love to Colombia. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Where am I? I am in Auckland. Auckland, New Zealand. It's supposed to be winterish. But we've been blessed with nice weather today. It was around 18 degrees Celsius. Let's do a weather check. Ooh. Currently still 18 degrees apparently. Sunset around 5:30 p.m. It is currently 3:55 p.m. Kia ora. Hey, nice one. That means hello or welcome. It is our greeting. How do you say hello on that side of the world? Other than hello, I'd be surprised if it is kia ora. I'll Google. Hello. Hola. Kumas. Kiwi Hubo? Maybe meaning what's up? I'm probably butchering these. But hello. Last year, oh, you visited Auckland, and it is your favorite city in the whole world, really? I don't know about that, but that's awesome if you think so. You must come at a very good time of the year. Maybe weather like now. But I appreciate that as a local, born and raised here in Auckland. It's my favourite city. I think the closest I've been that way would be Mexico. I was there a few years ago. That's the closest I've been to Colombia. Yeah, it was a good trip. Enjoyed the food. Kia ora equals hola. Alright. There we go. Hola. I know hola from the Missy Elliott song. And she says, hola. So I got spider web on my ear somehow. Whew. Actually, when I was in uni, back in the day, one of my classmates was from there. Beautiful person. Everyone loved her. Called her Shakira. That wasn't her name though. I forget what her name is. But that's all we called her. And she loved it. It'll come to me. This is it's really warm weather for me. Sure, it's warmer than 18. Feels like 23 degrees, which for us is toasty weather. Our summer gets around 26 degrees Celsius, maybe in the low 30s. So with this, not really that warm, 18 degrees, I feel sleepy. I've made friends from all over, and it's funny, and they'll tell me that their average temperature is in the 30s, and I'm like, what? How do you handle it? In Darwin land, it's often in the 30s, I think in the 20s, mid-20s for their winter. Shout out to Matt, streamer. He's never in a hoodie. Shorts and a t-shirt. Year round. I think the only time I saw him in a hoodie was when he came here to Auckland. Just gonna grab a seat. So I hope to return to Auckland soon. Oh, nice. But not on, like last year. Okay. Might be a business trip. Moved there for a few months? Really? Wow. Okay. You liked it that much? That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you think of it fondly. My big little city here of Auckland. Yeah, I've been all over. I can't see myself living outside out of Auckland for very long. I just like it here. It's it's a big city, but still small. Yeah, population of I think around 2 billion, not 2 billion, 2 million. 2 million peeps. Whereas, our friends in Aussie, a lot of their cities have populations of around 9, so that's a big difference. Alright, we're at the 2-hour mark. Good time to wrap things up. So today was just meant to be a short stream. And I popped this cable away. I had that plugged into the Mic Mini in order to keep the phone charged. We would have wrapped up a lot earlier if it wasn't for the Anchor battery bank. I wanted to test a couple of things out. One of those being the overlays that I've added. I've got one for the beginning of the stream, which is a graphic, and I've got another overlay for the end. And also I wanted to try this, well, not this mic, but the other one, because these come in up here. This one's connected to the receiver. The other one I connected directly to the phone via Bluetooth. Wanted to hear the audio. I was curious if it would sound okay, but it sounded as expected, not great. So that's how we started the stream off. Bluetooth mic. Then we had the internal mic of the iPhone, which was better. And then we had to restart the app in order to use the Mic Mini receiver plugged into the phone. And we've been using the setup since then. Oh yeah, this is currently one of my favorite ways of using this app. I think it's better if you can pair it with a TTS app like StreamBuddy, but it's still usable if you've got an overlay like what I have, where I can read about 20 lines worth of chat. I'm just going to edit the Botwix chat and change it to preview and live. I think the Botwix chat is going to disappear. Oh no, still there. So that is what I see on my screen. The chat is kind of small. I do have to squint a little in order to read these. I could change some of the details for the overlay, change the font so that it is larger. But I think I'm okay with it for now. So I'm going to go back into the settings, overlay, tap and hold Botwix chat, edit, and then switch it back to preview only. Done. So it should now only be visible for me. And then just going to wait for the preview to catch up. There we go. So that's what you see. I can still read that chat. Okay. Quick reminder everybody, I will be doing a bonus stream, should be this week, with that delivery I'm expecting. It has arrived in the country. I don't know if I have to pay customs fees for it. So that's probably if there's any delay, it could be because of that. It is under the threshold. So yeah, I'm going to check the status of see when that's going to change, whether it goes to with the courier and then delivered. So as soon as it says delivered, I'm going to run downstairs, grab the gear, go live. Okay, alright. So my friends, I am going to tap into overlays and I'm going to enable the overlay for my ending soon screen, which says until next time. And thank you all for joining me. Double tap to switch to the back camera, and we are just going to walk on out. Thank you, Miss Cinco. Who else? Sockman. Everyone else who tuned into chat. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good rest of your day, weekend. I will see you next time.
$2.